Hello everyone. Today we're diving headfirst into the world of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, or as I like to call it, Sekiro Shadows Die 1,000 times and still keep going. If you ever wanted to feel like a legendary shinobi while also describing how many times you can die before you lose your mind, then this is the game for you. First off, let's start with the combat. Sekiro's fighting system is all about timing and precision. It is like playing a rhythm game, but instead of hitting notes, you try not to get decapitated by a giant with anger management issues. You got parrying, dodging, and some seriously cool prosthetic tools. My favorite is the grappling hook. Nothing says stealthy shinobi like zipping across rooftops like Spider-Man in feudal Japan. There's also a stealth function. The game wants you to sneak around and pick off enemies individually. But if you're anything like me, sneaky usually turns into, oh no, I accidentally aggroed the entire enemy camp. As for the story, you play as Wolf, a shinobi with the cool sword and cool hair, on a quest to rescue your kidnapped lord and take down a clan of samurai who are basically different groups of bullies with swords. The setting is the Sengoku era of 1500s Japan. Sekiro also looks stunning. Landscapes are so detailed you can almost feel the cold mountain air and the heat from all the enemies you set on fire. The character design is perfect as well, with every boss looking like they won't go down without a tough fight. The soundtrack is this cool mix of traditional Japanese instruments and great boss battle music that makes you feel like a cool shinobi or a samurai. But when you die, the music stops and all you hear is your own disappointed sigh. Now let's talk about the difficulty. Sekiro doesn't mess around. It's the kind of game that makes you think it won't be that hard, but then it gives you a 20-foot raging beast that you have to fight to the death with. You will die a lot, and just when you think you got the hang of it, the game will probably catch you off guard and somehow kill you again. But every time you finally beat a boss, it's like winning the lottery. Except instead of money, you get slightly elevated health and a bit more powerful. That feeling of finally beating a seemingly impossible boss is what makes Sekiro so addictive. Sekiro also has different endings once you beat the game, and don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say that depending on the choices you make throughout the game, you will get different endings. These endings allow you to play the game multiple times, meaning you can dive back into the world of Sekiro to see how different choices can change the outcome even after beating the game. Or, if you're like me, you might just be curious to how many guys you can kill in one life. Either way, the variety in endings give you a reason to come back for more, if you haven't rage quitted yet. You might be wondering what's so good about Sekiro. Well, the combat is thrilling, the world is immersive, and the sense of accomplishment is off the charts. What's not so great? Well, the difficulty might be a much for some people. And if you're the kind of person who likes to breeze through games without breaking a sweat, Sekiro is not going to be the game you want to play. In conclusion, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is a masterpiece for those who love a challenge and don't mind dying over 1,000 times. If you're up for challenges, patience, and raging many times at this game, Sekiro is definitely worth your time. Just make sure you got a sturdy controller because you might be tempted to throw it across the room a few times.